Yes, yep, I'm live. Good morning. Okay, this is pretty cool. Got the tablet to the GoPro. Trying to learn about this and figure out how it works. And I guess it's a pretty cool way to do a video where I don't have to worry about SD card storage. Okay, this is pretty cool. Got the tablet. Or like space on the iPad to upload and put out videos, because the thing has like 64 gigs of storage. So as I go to upload videos, it has to copy and then upload, so all my videos have to be short. So this would be something that would be pretty cool. I don't think I can do it on a job site because I wouldn't have like the Wi-Fi connection, but maybe through Facebook. I'll have to figure that out. Anyway, I got this Arbsession box yesterday. I'm trying to finish completing my rigging setup, and I should probably think about getting one of those 5-to-1s or a fiddle block. That would be a pretty cool part of a setup, you know, a tool to have that you can bust out and get a good pull on something. It's Sunday morning. It's super early. I don't imagine anybody's going to be watching. But hey, I wanted to try this out. So I would have just opened this last night, but it was a long day. I had an incident where trunk, there was this brand new shed that this guy had put in, 12 foot by 12 foot on blocks, strapped in for hurricane support, $8,000 shed, and then the tree next to it, kind of behind it and next to it, was being, taken out. So that was a bummer, Had that shed been put in a week after the tree removal, he had a giant yard. Could have taken the tree and just fell it into the yard. It would have been awesome. But instead, I ended up doing cut and toss, because there was bamboo, the tree, the shed, bamboo, so roping and all that wouldn't have worked. Everything just would have went right into the bamboo, and it would have been a terrible time. I did figure out some ways around that, because there was no way around it at one point, where the tree went way up and over the bamboo, far away from where we could reach. So, with a pulley to a redirect to a hanging piece with a tagline on it and some guys pulling it out. And we also had a bobcat just in case it was very stuck in the bamboo, but it all worked out. A lot of tagging and dragging over the shed out into the yard, so that way all the material would be out there where the guys could easily pick it up. I was really careful and methodical and got the whole tree down, and then when I got on the ground, I'm thinking, all right, let's lay down a log and we'll fell it on that so we don't make an indent in the ground. And then looking at it, like, and the way the bamboo was, and then the yard and everything, like where I needed to fell it, it was okay. We didn't really need that. But I obviously lost my mind, cut the notch, got the guy in the bobcat set up. Nobody did any ground checking or preparation, not even me. I was looking at my notch, and it looked a little too far to the right, because it had this branch I was removing that was over the shed, and I left the last 4 feet of it because it was so close to the shed, and it's alright because it could be felled this way. So I'm looking at the notch, and it looks a little too far that way. So I go up and I look at it closer, and I'm like, oh no, I did it right. The notch is facing this way. That little 4-foot stub's not going to hit the shed. Look up at it, everything looks good. I'm like, okay, but I did not look at the ground closely, because there was a short log over here to the left near the bamboo. and went and fell it, and the trunk came over, and around the middle of the back of it, it hit that log and kicked the trunk butt over and put a hole in the shed. I have a buddy of mine look into it, and he found the place, and the exact same sheeting. It comes in colors, and it's as simple as unscrewing it and screwing on some new paneling. It's not major damage, so that's good news. But the guy that we were working for, he called us out there to help. He had a tree service, and we're a tree service. He wanted to cover it up with a piece of plywood and get paid first, and then talk to the customer, and have the customer and my boss deal with it. And my boss is on vacay with his family, and I was like, okay, I'm going to try to call him anyway, because this isn't looking good. And it got pretty ugly. You know, we eventually got hold of the boss man, and we're communicating with him, and I don't know, you can kind of imagine, I don't know, I don't even know where to go with this story. Like, that's a bad start. Like, I know what can be done to fix it. If you've got two different companies joined up and whatnot, and it's this guy's job, and we're there to help, this guy is obviously just doing the wrong thing. He's trying to cover it up, he's trying to get paid, he's trying to put all the damages on us. Not cool. And then a couple hours later, the bobcat's been going around this little spigot all day, picking up from another tree removal. And near the end of the day, he's going around it, and he'll let a log clip it. Bam! Spigot a couple of 100 feet away from the house is now squirting water. And the customer is out there looking at it with him, doesn't see the shed. This guy's hiding it from him. But, you know, he explained to me, like, all I see is dollar signs, you know. Eventually, we found the shutoff. It was off the back wall of the property out by the busy street. It wasn't even really on the property. And the guys didn't have the shutoff thing, and they had pliers, and it wouldn't reach in there. They were like, it can't be done. And luckily, in my toolbox, I had one of those plumber's tools that's like a straight shaft with a little hook on the end that can flip around to tighten or loosen, and that did the trick. Got the water shut off, got the job cleaned up, and as we're cleaning up, there was like, these other trees were add-ons. So this guy with the other company was saying that he didn't even want to pay us whatever we agreed upon for all the add-ons until he talked with our boss and knew that our boss was going to take care of the damages. So that became a little bit ugly, and there was still debris to pick up, and this guy doesn't want to pay. So at this point, my guys are talking about, you know, why should we pick up all that debris and go pay the dump if you're just going to shaft us on all this? And so I think my guy said something to him about, you know, because it's what our boss man wanted, was to do the work, finish the job, get paid, and then we'll assess the damages and take care of it as, you know, a joined effort. But, you know, after the weekend, on Monday or something, Tuesday, you wanted to meet with him. And this guy is obviously the type of guy that is thinking that he's going to get screwed over, but I think that's just what he thinks, because that's what he would do. But eventually, pulled my boss man on the phone, because we were going to leave the job site. The dude was like, well, then you can leave the job site if you're not going to pick that stuff up. And they talked for like a half an hour and got it all smoothed out. This guy's still acting really weird and sketchy about, you know, the damages and who's going to pay for it versus, you know, being a cool guy and us all taking care of it together. And I guess I got pretty lucky too. There's this picture. Where's the picture? I don't know how well this would show up, but yeah, where it hit the log and kicked over, you know, when I was there, it felt like a couple of feet, but that was actually like a good 6 feet. This big ass log came over, and that's where I was standing making the cut, watching it go over. But my reactions are the way I was taught, and what I do is, you know, back away from it as it's going over. So I think I backed all the way up around the other corner of the shed, because that thing was like, you know, had I not left the drop zone, that thing probably would have crushed my left or right leg or both. So luckily I didn't get hurt and all that. But yeah, it did make a little hole in the aluminum siding. So that was bad. That sucked. I definitely, you know, we could have taken all day taking care of this shed, and then I messed it up at the end, and we could have taken some measures, you know, placed some logs, and had we addressed that, we would have seen that log that it would have hit. So definitely a learning experience. And now I also something else to talk about is I got this little DeWalt air compressor, because I'm in a residential home, and this thing is like 70 something decibels, 78 decibels maybe. It's under 80 decibels. It's got the dual hookups, which I don't think I need. I'm not like, you know, on a job site running multiple hoses or anything like that. I'm just here using the air and cleaning my tools, but it's quiet, whereas the one I have back here is like a 25 gallon and it's loud. And I had this other small one and it busted, so I started using that one, and I left it on all night one time and didn't turn it off, and like the neighbors came over and we're talking about, you know, we can hear and feel this thing in our floor. I'm like, so okay, I looked into it, and this one's powerful. It goes up to 160 psi and replenishes itself real fast, and it's quiet, so no more issues there. And I don't know if anybody's been wondering about like what I've been wearing, but I've got these Fanner boots. I forget exactly which ones that these were, Matadors or something, or whatnot. These are freaking awesome boots, made in Italy. It's been a year, and the tread is still looking pretty good. The tread's gone down a bit, but I still have tread. I think my Arb Pros or Evos, like the tread on those was gone after a year, and now it's been 2 years, and I don't like the way they feel when I walk around in them anymore. I put them on the other day and it feels like it's tight on my toe, so I'm gonna have to get rid of them. And with these, when I go to rope walk, I did it the other day for the first time in a year, or this year. I used that Monkey Beaver kit, and it comes with the thing that just goes on your boot right here, and you clip into that, because these don't come with that clip. And that worked out good. I rope walked up into a live oak and did some trimming. Anyway, these boots are amazing. They're comfortable. They're made with great material, real material. I spiked the toe one time, and it just messed up the rubber there a little bit. As far as how they do with spikes, I still could feel the pressure of the spike coming through a little bit, so I created, like, I took an aluminum 1/8 inch, I think, maybe a little thinner than that. Maybe I went with a 1/16 inch. What did I put in here? Wow, they're dirty. I think I went with a 1/16 inch. I cut out the size of my foot that would fit in here, 16th inch aluminum, and put that as a base plate. And then this really thin carbon fiber plate on top of that, and then the insole, and then these arch support things. And my goodness, you could walk around on spikes all day, and your feet are gonna be all right. Fanner boots, they kick butt. So, last box I got from Arbsession was like half this size. It was my getting my rigging kit started. And then I got this ring, the small ring here, and I used I think I used a 5/8 inch hollow braid, and it came out really short. Like the thing's only like maybe this long, you know, and it's got like 3 pockets in it, so it'd be for a small branch, and the rope, the hollow braid 5" sticks out a little bit. I was like, okay, I haven't even used it, like maybe once with a 1/2 line, but I need to buy some 1/2 line, and because I bought some stuff for these small rings. I'm gonna redo the other one, I'm gonna do this one, and they're gonna be on longer hollow braided ultra slings, so I can have a 1/2 rigging set up, because I have a 1/2 rigging pulley, and I can also have my 5/8 to 3/4 rigging set up, because I have a bigger pulley, I've got a bigger ring. I ordered another ring, and I forget if I ordered a t-shirt. I wanted an Arbsession t-shirt. Let's see what Arbsession did this time. Thank you for your support, Nicole. I got an Arbsession koozie. I love opening these boxes. I got the sticker, the airheads, the little guy with the saw, and a business card. So I got about an Arbsession buff, I think you call it. Arbsession buff. Let me check this thing out. It's like Christmas. Let's see, or you know, it's is it a buff? Is it one of these things that you kind of just put over your head like this? I like the ones that are made by Buff that come with like a neck thing. They're meant to fit around the head there and all, and makes my helmet fit good. These ones, I just keep them as like, you know, what do you call it? Trinkets, mementos. I've got one from like Husqvarna, and they're somewhere like in a drawer or my dresser or something like that. I like to just collect them. This one's cool. A little Arbsession guy with the leaf and the tree. That's sweet. I'll save these for my son, as you know, he's gonna pop them. Wonder if he's awake. Oh man, guy was using my axe, busted the corner there by the head a little bit. I'm gonna have to redo it. I can tell after that hit or two that it took, it like got the head a little messed up. It's a slight bit loose. Like, dang it, man, that was my beautiful axe. And I'm getting better with an axe, so you won't. That one was staying nice, and I wasn't hitting the wood. I was hitting where you're supposed to hit with it. but my buddy did turn me onto a website. Some axes made in America. Council Tool axe. So I'm going to be looking into that. Yeah, maybe a good source for getting myself some new axe heads going. Arbsession koozie. Arbsession buff. This has got to be the big rigging ring. Oh my goodness. It's beautiful. Minimum breaking strength 110 kN. Come on. That's quite a bit. It's very, very strong. And I've got a 3/4 inch line, and you know those are gonna fatten up, so that'll definitely work. And what am I gonna put it together with? Oh, I did order an Arbsession shirt. Yes. Taglines. That's Mike looking like diets work well. What did your foreman want to do? Foreman just wished we did not come to work for that guy that day. Like, oh cool, it's what do you call it? You know, the breathable polyester material made in Tanzania. Sport Tech. Doesn't say what material it is, but it feels like polyester. Feels like polyester. Splicing department. Arbsession. I love it. Going on a hanger. It's going over here with the company shirts. Actually, right now, it's gonna go right here with my steel shirt. Nice. I love this little thing they put in here. Pull here to avoid frustration. So, this is let's see. I'm trying out some different materials. We're gonna find out if we like these materials. Yellow 12 1/2 inch. So the blue is Pelican Sling Tech 5/8 inch is the blue. So for 5/8 inch, yeah, they kind of just knot it together here, so as you keep pulling it out, you're on to your next one. And the strength on this stuff and what it's made out of is all well and good. It feels very stiff, but I guess, you know, my first thoughts were, I don't know, I don't know if I'm gonna like this versus Samson or whatnot, but it feels like it would be really good with the trees and the bark and not getting picked. It feels very firm and stiff, and at first I was thinking I didn't like that, but second thought, if it splices well, would be that could be really cool for the trees. So this would be for the, what did I do with it? There it is, hiding back there. No, this is 5/8 inch, so I wasn't going to use this for the smaller ring. I was going to use this 5/8 inch. I think for this bigger ring. And that rests in there nicely. I could have went with 3/4 inch, but I've got some 3/4 inch on my other big ring, and this is going to be a longer sling, so it'll be a base redirect, and every once in a while if I need 2 redirects, so this is going to be perfect. And And I got enough of it here to make a nice long ultra sling. So, at least I hope I did. At least I hope I did. That should make for a 6-footer. Always order extra than what you think, but I think that'll be fine. That'll be awesome. I'll have 2 rings, I'll have a pulley. If time goes on and I decide I want to do differently, I can spend $30 instead of $20 and just redo it. So there's that. You know, when we're in the trees, how that does versus other stuff. I've got all sorts of different types of ropes at this point. Lays flat just like the other hollow braids. So this is the yellow 1/2 inch. I'm going to take apart that other ring that I did and do the other ring and this ring and this, and that rests in there really nice. That's going to be perfect. And there's a lot of this, so they're going to be like 2 10-foot ultra slings. You know, I think that much. That'll be awesome. I just got to get some nice double braided 1/2 inch rigging line, and I'm trying to decide on which rigging line I want to go with. Pelican does make one called Bull, or what did they call it? The something or another, and it's got a very high breaking strength, and it's, you know, it's a hollow braided rope. It's spliceable. And then this green Pelican, wow, I'm not sure how this is gonna, it should be fine. It's all spliceable. This should be $72, 50 feet. So I should get a 20-foot ultra sling out of this, which is going to be the ultimate quarter wrap setup. And the one that I bought, I've got like a 12-foot ultra sling. That can be for the pulley when I need to go around something bigger up in the air. And I've got my other little 5/8 inch red one for the pulley for most of its operations in the air. And I guess when I try to do some splicing videos for you guys, Ground Pounder was asking. And then, you know, I'm recording this long video, and then I put it on this iPad, and then it's like it only wants to produce like 20 minutes or so, or 30 minutes of what I was doing. And then I'm breaking it down into part 1 and part 2 and part 3, and it's a big pain in the butt because I just don't have enough storage on the thing. So maybe I could just do it live. I don't even have to save it to the SD card. It gives me the option, and then you can watch it either live or later. And let's see. I can run the live feed off of the phone and splicing instruction on the iPad, or off of the iPad and splicing instruction on the phone. That'll consume all my devices. Sweet buttermilk biscuits. I'm gonna leave all of this out. Splicing tools. I have the Samson 5/8 inch tubular fid and the Samson 3/4 inch tubular fid. Well, I don't have to open all these, but here's one of them. It's the Selma fid, which is cool because you get your rope in there and it's got a tab on it that catches to ensure that it pulls through nicely without having to tape it. Very handy. These are super handy, especially for splicing hollow braid. These are called Swedish fids. This is your wire fid, and I think I found it for 25 bucks on eBay, and fixed it to an anchor point and was pulling and it broke. So it's still useful for the smaller things, but still nothing has done it like the coat hanger. I got this coat hanger and I can fix this and clamp it down on the vise and pull the rope through, and I haven't had any issues. I just made one out of a coat hanger and it's worked for a long time now. It's a little ugly, but it works. And use those other tools, you know. And then I picked up, this is the first wax twine I ever bought. It's still waxy, it still works great, and there's still lots of it. And let's see, those are just some large needles that I put in there to save. I buy these needles on Amazon. These are like, you know, for sewing leather couches or whatnot, or whatever they say they're for. And these work great for the wax twine. And then I learned about these Sailmaker's needles, and these are very strong ones, and they're very nice, and they come with a big one. Yeah, I've got like this really big one for doing like this fat stuff to lock stitch these big hollow braided rigging stuff. Well, that's my splicing setup. And my coffee. And I guess that's it, guys. So have a blessed weekend. Happy Sunday. Arbsession hitch. What's this all about? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and then like that. Pretty sure that's got a name. Did they make this one up? I do this one where I go around 4 times. Yeah, fold it over like that. And then just going around the back. I thought it was called the Catalyst hitch. And it looks pretty similar to the Catalyst hitch, but no, it's a little different. The Arbsession hitch. Alright, so yeah, that's it. Happy Sunday. Take care. And I will see you later. Now, how does one end the live feed? Oh, this should be fun. I've seen guys doing this before where they're like, what do you do? Where do you get this? How do you end it? Do you just pause it? Do you